Hey everyone, welcome to the first weekend in February. We've got a lot of things to tell you about, whether it's going to be the Winter Culinary Weekend held up here at Beaver Creek, different ways that you can enjoy Vail. Maybe you can even make some Valentine's Day treats in advance of the 14th of February. And we're going to give you some details on the weather because we've got the 1-2 Pineapple Express punch coming through our valley, more snow on the way, all that and more. It starts now on Vail Valley Live. Good morning, everyone. I'm Trisha Swenson with Vail Valley Live, coming to you on Friday, February 2nd. This is going to be our weekend edition through Saturday and Sunday. And boy, we've got a change in the weather coming up. So we'll get to that. We'll tell you about some Yeti hockey games that are going on. They're welcoming teams in from Chicago. We still have the Vail Winterfest on display right next to the Beaver Creek Promenade. And we've got a packed schedule at the Villard, not only this weekend, but February looks to be very, very busy coming up. So we're going to kind of get right to it. We'll be with you for about a half hour this morning. And once again, it's the weekend edition. So we're going to give you your weekend weather. And this is brought to you by the outlets at Savoring, Elevated Savings. And now all week long, we've been having those beautiful warm days, sunny. It just kind of, nice, a great time to be out there, maybe even eating on some of the decks that we have up on the mountain. But the weather is going to be changing. We are having what they're calling kind of this 1-2 Pineapple Express coming through. It's hitting California. LA is getting all the rain. And then even, Arizona. And then it's moving on up into Colorado. So what we have is a winter storm warning actually in effect from 11 a.m. on Friday to 5 a.m. on Sunday. We're not going to see much snow on Friday, but Saturday is going to be probably when we'll see the bulk of it, especially in the higher elevations. So winter storm warning, a few more wind associated with this. Heavy snow is expected. Total accumulations, according to the National Weather Service, can be anywhere from 10 to 20 inches with locally higher amounts. So even higher up, some parts of the state, they were saying that Wolf Creek could maybe measure this in feet, a couple of feet of snow. So also expect this to, affect the driving conditions. It's going to be pretty treacherous up on Vail Pass, Dow Junction, the Eisenhower-Johnson Tunnel approaches, even working your way down to Denver. Things could be a little bit hairy, and we could maybe see some airport delays due to things happening at LAX and then, of course, DIA and everything. So make sure if you're flying in or out, check your apps, check the websites, and find out if there's any delays with your flights this weekend. But we're pretty excited about this. We haven't seen any new snow in the last several days, just due to that abundant sunshine. And we had that great storm, that cycle of storms that came through in January, and then you wondered, like, what's happening? Is this an early spring? It's very typical of an El Nino year to have the warm periods in between the snowy periods. And speaking of temperatures, I mean, it's still going to be pretty warm today. Highs in the 40s, and then overnight lows will drop down into the 20s, and then will be a little cooler on your Saturday and Sunday, just right around the 30 freezing point for you. And then overnight lows anywhere from the teens, 20s, even an occasional single digit thrown in there. But we're not going to be seeing the sunshine for a while, maybe early next week. So that's a look what's going on with the forecast of what's getting brought to you by the outlets at Savoring. Hey, we are here at the base of Beaver Creek. We're opening up the mountain at 8:30. And then Beaver Creek, the main mountain, stays open until 4 o'clock. But Arrowhead, Bachelor Gulch, some of the outer line areas, they do close at 3:30. So make sure if you're maybe hanging out at the Broken Arrow Cafe and you need to get back, get your kids out of ski school, you allow plenty of time to hop back over to Main Mountain. Now over at Vail, same opening times. They open at 8:30, but they close at 3:30. That will change for the front side of the mountain later on in February. As we see the longer days, the sun a little bit higher in the sky, our days are getting longer now, we will see that front side open all the way until 4 o'clock. But for now, we're closing Pete's Bowl, Blue Sky Basin a bit earlier. The back bowls close at 3 o'clock, and then the front side closes at 3:30. So just a little information for you to get on out there. And he will also tell you that how you can ski with the Ranger up at Beaver Creek. They're offering those programs on Fridays all the way through early April. So I'm glad they brought that back. I had a chance to participate that a couple years ago, and it really is just a wonderful way to learn about the mountain, the flora, the fauna, what animals are still out here during the winter, and some little things that you can take with you for the rest of your life, really. But we want to bring it back to the outlets at Silverthorne, just located up the hill, Vail Pass, down into Summit County, and the outlets at Silverthorne have been there forever. And Peggy Ziegler has more details on the Coach outlet.
Hi, I'm Peggy Ziegler, fashion guru and stylist for the outlets at Silverthorne. I'm here today at the most amazing store, the Coach outlet. Wow, only at the outlets at Silverthorne. First, I have to share with you my collectible bear. Oh yeah, this is one thing in life. It's like gold. It only goes up in price. You only get more in price if you ever were to sell it, but I don't know who would ever sell that cute thing. But anyway, these are 50 to 70% off every day, and sometimes they even go even more. So let's take a look at some of these amazing fashions we have. First, there's Rachel. And Rachel is really doing it right. She has that adorable Coach scarf, love it, with the pink and cream, that amazing metallic bag. Metallics are so hot and in for the season. And then she also has her Coach, of course, t-shirt on underneath, and she is so ready to go. She looks great and she feels great, and she's going to be 50 to 70% off at the Coach outlet. Thanks, Rachel. And then we have Nikita. So she is really warm. I don't think anyone does scarves any better than the Coach outlet. So here's Nikita in her amazing pink and tan fun cream scarf that she's got wrapped around her bubble coat, which is super duper warm, her hoodie, love it. She also has, look at these shoes that are like OMGs. The sneakers are amazing. Pulling the whole outfit together, including that t-shirt, all from the Coach outlet and that cute little bucket bag. Thanks, Nikita. All right, Liv, it's all about you. So Liv also has on metallics. She has that metallic, adorable hat on. She has the matching scarf. If that weren't enough, her amazing gloves, which she can text and call anyone she wants with those gloves. And look at that bag. Whoa. It's got the metallic fun gold chain on it. So, so, so cute. And the shoes, to die for. They have the gold little chain detailing as well. Again, 50 to 70% off. You can't go wrong. Looking great, Liv. And look at the jacket. OMG. Okay, Olivia, here we go with your fun little 3/4 trench. This is indicative of who Coach is. They have the fun detailing inside the collar. She's got her amazing tangerine fun scarf on. And then look at that fun little bag. That is the mini Dempsey bag. And then Coach makes the best sunglasses ever. So she's got her tortoiseshell shades on, which will last her a lifetime. Looks great. Again, 50 to 70% off. Only at the Coach outlet at Silverthorne. Thank you. Okay, Emily, you are looking amazing. This is one of our favorites. Coach has the pocket scarf. So not only does it have these great, fun, big pockets, but it's also reversible, 100% reversible. And then she has that fun little t-shirt on, that pink fun bag on that she can wear also as a shoulder bag. And look at the logoed fun boots. Looks great, Emily. And Nathan, let's not forget, guys, they have wonderful things in there. I love his man pack on the front. I love it with the black detailing. He also has the amazing sweatshirt. Anyone would be proud to wear that. Wow. With the kangaroo pockets in front. And then his fabulous sneaker shoes. Again, all from the Coach outlet, all from the outlets at Silverthorne. Come on back, everybody, for a last look right in front of the Coach store at the outlets at Silverthorne, where you can find yourself the most fantastic things every day. See you soon.
Welcome back to Vail Valley Live. I'm Trisha Swenson coming to you from Beaver Creek on this Friday morning. This is the weekend edition. We're taking you through February 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, Beaver Creek's Culinary weekend for you. But we want to first check out what's going on in the Vail Daily. So vaildaily.com is a great way to keep in touch with what's happening in the Vail Valley. You can sign up for any of their newsletters, whether it's an entertainment newsletter, sports newsletter, or you just want to just click on and see what's going on. This week in the news, SOS Outreach. They are reaching their 30th year of being bringing a bright future to youth. They started 30 years ago, and it kind of started with a couple of guys in a snowboard shop thinking about, well, how can we bring some positivity to snowboarding? You know, that was back in the day where snowboarding wasn't even allowed at some mountains. So you can get the full story for you right there online and learn how it's impacted the lives of over 80,000 kids in 3 decades. So pretty cool. Also, you can learn a little bit more about what's going on with the Villar Center. We've got Rachel and Vilray. They're rolling out the 1930s and 40s jazz for you this evening. And then local news, town council meetings, all that is going to be covered for you right here in the Vail Daily. So scroll down, take a look. You can do the e-edition. You can read it page by page, see some of the advertising that's in there, just in case you're not going out to get the paper, or maybe you live someplace else, but you just want that look and feel of the Vail Daily. You're going to find it right there for you. But a few of the things that are going on that you're probably going to be reading about this weekend in sports is Vail Yeti Hockey. So that is our own hockey team that's right here. They've got a lot of guys that used to play, D1, Division I hockey, or maybe some of the semi-pros. But they've got games Friday night and Saturday night. They're going to be playing a team from Chicago. And I was talking to Dom Panetta, who used to be on the show with us, and Dom said that their record at home right now is 9-3. So they're looking pretty good. They're kind of on track to be what they were last season at home. And what's really fun is, in addition to watching the hockey game, they do some cool giveaways during the intermissions. On Friday night, they're going to be giving away a Cutwater canned cocktail backpack for you. And then on Saturday night, they're going to be giving away a Vail Yeti hockey jersey. And then they also have a fundraiser each game, and it's called Chuck a Puck. And you sign up, and the benefits from this weekend are going to be going to the Vail Veterans Program. So they have a different charity that they work with throughout the season at the different games. So get there early. Doors open at 7. You can save a little money by going online and getting your ticket for $10 in advance versus $15 at the door. And sometimes they sell out. So it's just good to plan ahead and get yourself all settled in. The teams will come out at 7:30, do their on-ice drills, and then the national anthem will be performed at 8 o'clock. Puck drops at 8:05. And this goes probably to about 10:30 or so. But it's really fun family entertainment, and great to get out there and support our local Yeti hockey team. So that is at Dobson Arena, and that is right on the bus route. It's right across from the Vail Library, and if you park on the eastern end of the Lionside parking structure, you're going to get there in no time at all. So that could be your Friday and Saturday night plan. Now, a few other things going on this weekend at Chasing Rabbits. They call it Lucky Fridays, and this is featuring Lincoln Jesser. And this would be 5 to 6:30, so you can kind of dance the night away here. And you can go to their website, Chasing Rabbits, and get the details on what the cover charge is, what ages this is for, and find out their whole lineup of entertainment, because they do everything on bingo on Monday nights, karaoke on Tuesday nights, and they have a lot of great live music that happens on occasion in addition to the DJs. Now, if you want some live music, one of the live music hubs, one of our oldest bars around town, is the Red Lion. So on Friday, we've got Johnny Saturday, we've got Johnny Magambo, and they'll play an early show like for après ski, and then they'll do another one 9 to 11. So same artist, but just they'll split it up during the day. So get out there and have some fun at the Rojo Leon, the Red Lion. And then Shakedown Bar, I was here just last Friday, and Scott Redner does such a good job. So he was doing the opera show from 4 until 8, because, sometimes you just don't want to go home at 5 or 6. So their opera starts at 4, goes all the way till 8. You can grab a piece of pizza or a slice or anything and go home after that, or you could stick around for the late night show. This Friday, it's going to be the Shakedown Family Dead Jam. So probably a little Grateful Dead music in there, and that'll start at 9 and go all the way until 1:30 in the morning. And then at the Kachina at the Lodge at Vail, this is behind Vendetta's, right near the Popcorn Wagon, next to Elway's. They have great music Fridays and Saturdays. Barbecue Mike and Friends is going to be playing both days, and that'll be from 4 to 7. And don't forget, if you've got your Epic Pass or your local, you can get some discounts there. So ask your server about that. And then the newest bar on the scene, it's not a new location, it's a new name and a new remodel. This is over at the Sebastian, and it's called the Gambit. And I've had a chance to go there a couple of times. I've heard a lot of the different artists that are playing 7 nights a week. So on your Fridays, we've got Kevin Danzig and the Gander Dancers from 5:30 to 8:30. And then on Saturdays, Rob Eaton Jr., 4:30 to 7:30. And then Andy Seifert will wind down your weekend on Sundays from 5:30 to 8:30. But something you may want to do this weekend, and if you've got some older teenagers, they can participate with you. It's a chocolate making class. And this is brought to you by the Vail Rec District. They are doing their cocktails and canvas. And Felicia from Cornerstone Chocolate and Confections, she's been around the Valley a long time. She's going to let you know how to make some very beautiful little handcrafted chocolate items. You get to take what you made at home and you could save it for your Valentine. But I think this is going to be so cool. It's going to be on Friday from 6 to 8 p.m. They have one this Friday, February 2nd. They're also going to have one next Friday, February 9th. You can go to both if you want to just double down on the chocolates, or go to one or the other. And it's $60 per person. That includes all the materials to make the chocolates, the instruction, the chocolates themselves. And it's just going to be a fun way to enjoy your night. And you could do a date night if you wanted to, or just a girls' night out. They have beer and wine at a cash bar, and they'll have some light snacks for you. So to find out more, you can go to vailrec.com. And that'll get you all signed up for this. And this is at Imagination Station in Lion's Head. So really a cool thing. I think this would be a great way to kind of get you into the Valentine's Day spirit. But hey, let's take it to a quick break. We've got more coming up on Vail Valley Live, so stay tuned.
Hi, welcome to your 5-minute call. I'm Cameron Morgan, Executive Director of the Villar Performing Arts Center, and today we're going to dive deep into some upcoming programming here at the VPAC. And to do that, joining me is Owen Hutchinson, our Artistic Director. Owen, deep in the middle, the winter season here, right in the middle of it, February 2nd, Rachel and Bill Ray. Folks might not know their names right off, but they certainly know the band that Rachel's the lead vocalist for.
Absolutely. Lake Street Dive has been touring the country now for more than a decade as one of the great soul pop type groups, selling out Red Rocks and many of Colorado's largest stages and beyond. They're really beloved in the folk, pop, soul space. And so many people actually got to see them early in their career because they toured heavily in small college clubs and those smaller venues around the country. They were probably out there for 5 to 7 years on the road, getting to know their audiences and build them up. I saw them in Richmond, Virginia, twice in a little club right on Broad Street, and now they're playing those biggest stages in the country. Rachel Price, the lead singer, is the star of Rachel and Bill Ray in the sense that she is the lead voice. Bill Ray, her counterpart, wrote most of the material and performs with her, singing harmony and some lead as well. He's a beautiful jazz guitar player, and the two of them pay tribute to the music of the Tin Pan Alley era. This is all original music, but written in the style of Gershwin and Cole Porter, and some of those pithy jazz tunes that you might know the words to from the 30s and 40s. There's a lot of humor, there's a lot of romance there, and just a beautiful era of songwriting. So it's an intimate evening of vocal music, great jazz guitar, and some good humor. They both have a good stage presence that will keep us chuckling and humming along on February 2nd.
Absolutely. Pulling some sounds from days gone by into a new interpretation. Can't wait to see that. And speaking of new interpretations, Cameron Carpenter, solo organ. Not something you see every day. Oh, and we were talking a while back, and you were saying this isn't your grandmother's organist. It's a very different sound indeed.
Absolutely. I mean, when you see the billing for Cameron Carpenter and some of the imagery that he's used to represent himself over the years, you might think he'd be wielding an electric guitar, let alone a pipe organ. For many years, he toured with a mohawk and a leather jacket. Now he's a bit more subdued there, but he belongs in the same space of shredder category that you might think of an electric guitar player, but on the pipe organ. And he's playing a big evening of Bach, but this is powerhouse Bach on the organ. This is a huge sound. When you think of entering a cathedral and that big rumbling, bellowing organ sound, that's what we're going to bring to the BPAC, an unsuspecting venue for the pipe organ. And we're creating that through a series of speakers that will really represent that sound that just fills any room you hear a great pipe organ in. He's one of the great technicians and showmen of the organ, so it really is an honor to welcome him to the BPAC on the Teresa and Brogine Classical Series this year.
Absolutely. Lots of variety and lots of fun up ahead for us this winter. It's just a sampling. We've got a lot to come, and looking forward to sharing all of these details and even more information with you through our 5-minute call series. I'm Cameron Morgan.
And I'm Owen Hutchinson.
And we'll see you next time at the BPAC.
Join us every Tuesday at 6 p.m. and watch Vail Valley Latino. Our goal is to elevate the voices of the Latino community in the Eagle River Valley and provide a platform to speak with local businesses, organizations, entrepreneurs, creatives, and much more. Find the show on Facebook, YouTube, and Outside Television Channel 17. We are Vail Valley Latino.
Welcome back to Vail Valley Live. I'm Trisha Swenson, coming to you on this Friday morning, February 2nd, for our weekend edition show. And we're going to give you some more details about a few things happening this weekend. We just got the scoop on what you can expect at the Vail Performing Arts Center. I'm right here outside of Vail Mountain Coffee and Tea, right along the escalators going up to Centennial Express. Yeah, Rachel and Bill Ray on Friday, and then Cameron Carpenter on Saturday or on Sunday. That is going to be those are going to be two great shows you won't want to miss. larpac.org is where you can go for more details. But let's talk a little bit about Winter Culinary Weekend. Beaver Creek, we've got the world-class slopes. We carry the fastest racers in the world. We have great accommodations, but what about the dining? We have some fantastic dining, and we've got all of our host chefs from the different Beaver Creek restaurants welcoming in chefs from literally all over the world. So we have Andrew Zimmern coming back. He has been on so many different shows, on Magnolia TV and MSNBC. He's an author and everything, so he's going to be here. But we have two gentlemen, Joe Gruder and Paul-Luc Meeson. They're coming all the way from Belgium, and they are going to be joining their fellow countrymen. We have Daniel Jolie at Mirabel. They have an event happening on Friday, and then on Saturday, they're doing a demo over at Splendido. So Brian Ackerman out of Splendido, welcoming in the Belgians. And there's a new beer that they are bringing over. It's called Fourchette, and this will be the first time that this Belgian beer will be available in the United States at some of these events. And in addition to beer, of course, we've got Lalo Tequila coming in as a pouring partner, and so is our very own Eagle River Whiskey out of Minturn. They're going to be part of the festivities as well. And then we have Anthony Giglio. He is a world-class international sommelier, and he will be pairing the wines. He's got a great curated collection that's going to be going with a lot of the dishes that the chefs are going to be making all throughout the weekend. Now, some of the events are already sold out, but if you go to beavercreek.com and go to signature events, you can still see some of the events that are still going on. Citrea has a fun thing happening on Saturday night. Citrea is just off the ice rink. And the old Tuscanini, I think that's what it used to be. But Citria has been around for a couple of years now. And they're going to be David Kutowski, Ryan Little. They're going to be cooking up something delicious for you. And then on Sunday for après ski, between 2 and about 4, you can come on down to the base here, the Park Hyatt. They're going to be hosting a wonderful après ski event, all part of the Winter Culinary Weekend. So once again, you can go to the website, you can get the full schedule there, and then inquire within, or stop into some of the restaurants here, some of the shops, and they can give you some details as well. But Winter Culinary Weekend, it's a great thing happening. Now, one more thing that's going on later on this month, but you need to kind of get on this, is the Talons Challenge. So this is skiing all 14 of the Black Diamond and Double Black Diamond runs at Beaver Creek. Most of this is on like Grouse Mountain, the Birds of Prey race course area, kind of cheers 9, 10, and 11. That's where you're going to find these runs. And this will be happening on February 24th and 25th. They're going to have the activities happening up on the mountain. Talon's restaurant will kind of be a little base headquarters for this. But then they're going to have après ski parties in town. So it's just going to be a fun thing. And it's a challenge. I mean, you got to make sure that you are ready to do this. So start practicing those bump runs. Start practicing those long steeps. Because you got to make sure you're not doing this straight off the couch. This is nothing you want to do straight off the couch. You want to be in condition for this. I know some people that'll do it twice in one day. They'll do it on their skis and they'll switch over to their snowboard or their tele skis. So there's different challenges out there, but challenge accepted. But get signed up for this, and they've got some killer swag and just great bragging rights to say that you've done the Talents Challenge as well. And then, of course, throughout the weekend, we're going to have a lot of family entertainment happening down by the Black Family Ice Rink. This is just below the escalators and the covered bridge. You go off to the right, and you can't miss it. We'll have Ken Carpenter. He'll be doing his caricatures. Helmut Fricker will be playing his alpenhorn as well as the accordion. And then Ski with the Ranger is something that they're bringing back on Fridays all the way through the beginning of April. So Walking Mountains teams up with the folks over here at Beaver Creek, and they have a volunteer ranger, Forest Service ranger, that's going to meet with you at 1:30. And then this goes till about 2:30. You'll go to the top of the Cinch Express, and that's chair number 8. And so go up the main lift, Centennial Express, hop on Cinch Express, and at chair 5, that area, and you'll be meeting with them. Get there a little bit before 1:30. It is free, but you can register by going to walkingmountains.org for this. And then you need to be a level 3 skier or rider or above. So we don't want the very, very beginners, but it is pretty gentle terrain up there. But just make sure that, you can ski, link your turns really well. And then the ranger is going to stop at different points along the trail and point out different things. He's going to have props for you. He's going to have little ways to remember the difference between maybe a spruce tree and a fir tree. So it should be a lot of fun. But once again, to get signed up for that, you can go to walkingmountains.org and then look at their calendar events. Click on Friday, and it'll come up at 1:30. And once again, it is absolutely free. And speaking of Walking Mountains, hey, if you want to head over to their campus in Avon, they offer free programs, throughout most days of the week. I think Mondays through Saturdays, they've got the campus open for you. They have the free nature walks from 2 to 3 p.m. And then over at the Vail Mountain Nature Discovery Center, this is at top of the Eagle Bond Gondola, number 19. And you can do either the morning tour, 10:30, or 1:30. And they're going to provide the snowshoes. The actual event is free, but to get up the mountain, you either need your ski pass or you'll need your scenic lift ticket. So you can register at walkingmountains.org/events and get all the details. But hey, John LeConte from the Vail Daily, he does our on the hill reports, and we love showing you what the conditions are like and what rope's been dropped and what's open. But he had a chance to go up to the snow parks, ski and ride parks, and he met someone in his 60s who's still getting out there on the park. So it's never too late to learn. Let's learn more with this On the Hill segment.
Hello and welcome to the Vail Daily's On the Hill on a Friday, the 1st of March, 2019. It has been a few years since we've caught up with the 60-something-year-old phenom, Brian O'Brien. Brian's still ripping though, and he's about to, what are you about to do? Hit some jumps here?
I hope so. I hope the jumps don't hit me. Yeah, let's go get some.
Let's go take a run. We're at the Burton U.S. Open right now. Brian's in town because his daughter, Spencer O'Brien, is a competitor. Wasn't able to compete this week, so they're just having fun. I'm going to follow you, Brian.
I can attribute a lot of how I ride today to being able to ride with Spencer when she was developing, and not if she hadn't been off with her crew, and then maybe I would be in the trees with the rest of the old people. So by the time she did have a crew, I'd already done a bunch of damage learning how to freestyle. I went, well, we'll see where it goes, right? I skied for years, and nobody ever came out to me and said, that was a nice turn, buddy. That was a sick turn, But when I started snowboarding, especially in Whistler, there was people that actually cared about what you were doing, and that you felt like you belonged to something. You were part of something, right? So, and that made it easier to get over the hard spots, I think. But yeah. I would just tell people, getting old's overrated, you're supposed to, hang out on a couch somewhere with a remote and a bunch of peanuts or something, but some of my friends, they're someplace drinking and eating, and then a couple of weeks later, somewhere else drinking and eating, and it's like, hey, that's probably a lot of fun, but it's not really what I'm after. I think this is fun, I get to hang out with some of the coolest kids in the world. People that don't get it, might have a problem with the age thing, but people that do get it are super stoked, well, you forgot to grow up or something. Oh, yeah, that's right. Of course I did. But like we said, it's a shared sport, and there's nobody better to share it with than your kids, right? I mean,
wise words from the legend, Brian O'Brien. Thanks so much, Brian, and thanks you, the viewer, for tuning in to the Vail Daily's On the Hill. For now, it's John LeConte signing off. We'll see you later.
We believe in the power of a live performance. We believe in making memories together. Join us as we celebrate making moments that last a lifetime. Bringing concerts, comedy, Broadway, classical, dance, and family entertainment in the heart of the Rocky Mountains in Beaver Creek Village. View the full lineup and get tickets today at villarpack.org.
All right, welcome back. It's time for us to wrap up our weekend edition of Vail Valley Live. I'm Trisha Swenson, coming to you from Beaver Creek, where we saw the crowd start getting up on the hill. 8:30 is when we open. We want to give you one more weather report because weather is going to be the big headline this weekend. We have this weather report brought to you by Grand Hyatt Vail. We have a winter storm warning, according to the National Weather Service, in effect from 11 a.m. on Friday all the way until 5 a.m. on Saturday. Now, we're not going to see much snow today, but the bulk of it is going to come through on Saturday. Anywhere from even 10 to 20 inches in the higher elevations. Some part of the state of Colorado, maybe down towards Wolf Creek in the southwest corner, they could be measuring the snow in a couple of feet. So we don't quite know what the 1-2 Pineapple Express is going to be bringing us, but it is going to be bringing us some precipitation, and that could affect our roads as well. So do be careful when we do start to see the snow flying, traveling over Vail Pass, the approaches to the Eisenhower-Johnson tunnels, areas like Dow Junction, the Walcott S-turns on your way down to Eagle. Just slow it down a little bit out there, and our temperatures are going to drop a little bit as well. We want to have that big, abundant sun in the sky. We're going to be having temperatures a little more seasonal. We'll see things into the 30s by Saturday and Sunday, and then clouds with us for a good part of the next several days. Maybe on Monday we'll have a little pop out with some sun, but make sure you're wearing goggles with the low light lens. You don't want the dark goggles today. If you happen to have the goggles that have 2 lenses, make sure you switch them out before you hit the hill. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on Monday.